gracias.
Okay. Cheers!
Cheers! We made it to
mainland Mexico! Cheers, Zoe! Yay! Felicitaciones! Okay, well, hello and welcome to the Meet Around the World show. Today from Mexicali National Park here near Durango. Today we're having fish tacos. We bought some fish in Mazatlan where we sailed to with the ferry and stayed for 2 nights.
And a little bit of tostados.
Tostados too.
And here comes one of our Mexican friends.
El pescado con tortilla de maíz.
You want some?
No?
De maíz.
Okay, it's now a few hours later. We're back in the camper. Zoe's asleep, and Jorge has left. And I'm pouring a whiskey.
I mean, our Meet Around the World show has always been a play with words. It's not just meet. It's about meeting people, and that is very important. So we had a very nice evening with him.
Absolutely.
He just kind of half works at this national park.
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah, he
sort of
takes care of guests here.
Yeah, gets a few tips for bringing firewood.
Yeah.
And
But
we just let him share our meal.
yeah, of course, we had fish tacos today and got the fish in Mazatlan at the beach at the Malecon. It was funny
With the pelicans.
Yeah, so the fisherman took Zoe and she was able to feed the pelicans the guts.
That's quite funny. Yeah. And what we were trying to show you earlier was the tostado, which is made out of corn. So that's very popular here as well.
Yeah.
So we were having a little bit of tortilla and a bit of tostado with our fish.
Yeah. So we had fish tacos actually.
But there will be more meat stories to come because now we are on mainland, as you know.
We are on mainland Mexico, So
we're now inland. We've driven about 3 hours today from the coast,
from
high up in the
Mazatlan
mountains.
towards Durango. That's where we're going to go tomorrow.
Yes.
And
John Wayne Western
it was a little bit too hot and humid in Mazatlan for us, so we just spent like 2 days in Mazatlan and
with a pool.
we had a nice campsite, pool and everything.
Bit of luxury.
A bit of luxury, that's
After
true.
After our
tense time, not knowing whether we get the tip in La Paz and catch the ferry, but it all went pretty smooth. And so we want to
elaborate
a little bit here. So for the last 2 weeks we were on the campsite, a very beautiful campsite in La Paz.
As you saw in our last show.
And met some fellow travelers from Switzerland and Germany and Canada and America. We had a great time, went out for dinners and had a pool and visited friends that we made in La Paz and they came and to see us on the campsite and it was a great time.
It was a bit like a vacation, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Chilling.
Absolutely. And but not knowing whether we get the tip and can actually leave and move on and travel further like we planned was a little bit always looming over our heads the whole almost 3 months we've been on the Baja. So,
we were just writing a blog post. We were doing a lot of catching up.
Yeah.
And we were just, it is like we feared that we would be stuck on the Baja, basically, because we know we can't go back into
Which
America.
isn't such a bad place to be stuck in.
No.
It was really beautiful, and we really we love it, absolutely. Yeah, but we want to travel for now.
Yes.
We can always go back. So
yeah, and like it wouldn't be a problem for us to leave the Baja, but our vehicle, which has now become our beloved home on wheels.
It's the vehicle, of course.
We wouldn't have wanted to say goodbye and try and find a new one.
Yeah.
On mainland Mexico. It would have just been very, very stressful and disappointing. So, yes.
Yeah, so we then we researched the whole internet about it, you know, why and how and it all works with the tip, and why and if they really don't let bigger pickup trucks, heavier trucks over to mainland, which in the past has happened, and we wrote to fellow travelers that have done the trip from the U.S. down to Argentina, and shipped their vehicle from La Paz to Mazatlan, and yeah, we researched, and yeah, it was just. It seemed to be a problem, and many people got turned around, especially in La Paz. And yeah, we were really, I mean, again, we were sweating bullets approaching the ferry terminal. Yeah, after the whole ordeal in Mexicali, Calexico. So we chose last Monday and said, now we're gonna try it. Just pull up at the ferry terminal and go to the Banjercito where they issue the tips and ask. And so we did. Yep.
Yeah. So just to make our viewers clear, for those fellow travelers that want to do this, you know, like they did check our number on our vehicle to see if it corresponded with what was on our vehicle registration, and they could clearly see that we were too heavy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the agent, the officer at the Banjercito, he looked at our papers. And he went, okay, sure, but this is a bigger pickup truck, right? It's 2,500, 30, and I said, no, it's a 3,500 even. He said, okay, that's too heavy. That's a bigger vehicle. We normally, well, let me show you. He came out with me, and then he showed me in the door the sticker that said like 9,000 pounds or whatever, and he said, well, we only allow vehicles up to 7,716 pounds, which is 3.5 tons, which we already knew, kind of, you know, since we researched it and all. But yeah, here we are having a heavy pickup truck and a heavy camper on top of it. So
we are top heavy.
Yeah, we're not top heavy, but we are heavy. We're like 5.8 tons, metric tons, which is about 12,500 pounds. So anyway, he said, but there is a way. We just need to ask permission at the aduana, at the customs over there. I'll give you a paper, and if they sign it and put a stamp on it, you're granted the tip. I will issue it, because then it's just an exception for an overweight vehicle. And I was like, wow, there is a way. So cool. So I went with the paper. We drove over to the aduana, and I asked the first officer I saw. She took the papers, and it took like 2 seconds. She went in, put the stamp on, and signed it, gave it me back. And I said, thank you very much. And we went back to the guy at the Banjercito, and he was very friendly, very nice. He said, oh, okay, now I can issue you a tip. He did all the paperwork, did all the copies and everything. And yeah, a few minutes later, we had the also important paper with which we could buy some ferry tickets and go over to mainland Mexico. We were
seemed
very
to be
happy.
Impossible really happened.
Yes.
So I think our advice is
just
do it. You know, this man here stressed and stressed and stressed. I was pretty relaxed, but he lost sleep.
Yeah, I lost sleep over it. That's true. Yeah.
And
I mean,
you know, all our
I've
advice,
been in jail.
All our advice from our friends that we'd met were just like, just do it, just go and ask. That's all you can do, right? And seriously, you know, stop stressing over forums. And,
many people have been turned around there.
Yeah.
So if that would have happened to us, I don't know what we would have done. I mean, yeah, we could have tried again up on the U.S. border again, like pull up there and ask those border people in Tecate or wherever and see if they give us a tip, and if not, maybe sell the vehicle. It would have been complicated. Anyway, we made it.
We're here.
We then proceeded. Bought some ferry tickets and hopped on the next boat over to mainland Mexico.
That very afternoon.
That very afternoon, yeah. We sailed, it was like 8 o'clock at night, and we had
It was beautiful timing, actually.
It worked out so smoothly, yeah. And
there was a full moon.
Yeah, we met Tara from Oregon, and we sailed together and had a beautiful evening. We shared a meal also. They gave us a meal, and it was fun. It was TMC ferry. Yeah. There's 2 ferry companies that go from La Paz to Mazatlan and vice versa. There's Baja ferries and TMC. We took TMC because they allow you to sleep in your camper. So,
which is better for us.
Yeah, for us it was better. Yeah,
so he's way better in our own bed.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but it was a hot night, wasn't it?
But if you don't have a camper, I might suggest you take the Baja ferries because they have like cabins and stuff.
Yeah.
But, for us, this was better because it's a cargo ferry, so all the trucks go on that one, and but for
you'll
us,
see on the footage that we were packed in like a can of sardines.
Yeah, but it was perfect, absolutely perfect. Yeah, and it wasn't even too expensive. I think we paid about $370 for the whole trip, and
all of us.
For all of us, yeah.
And our cargo.
Yeah, so and then we arrived the next morning. We arrived in Mazatlan, and hopped off the ferry, and
drove through town, got water.
Yeah, drove through town, got water, and went to a beautiful campsite.
North of town.
With a pool, and relaxed for 2 days. Yeah. We decided to go to check out the Malecon in Mazatlan. So and the colorful Mazatlan letters, right? So
the sign.
Yeah, exactly. And then we just bought the fish and went and drove all the way up here, which is it's about 2,000 meters in elevation, and it's so much more pleasant. It's like it gets cold at night, right?
I got my cardigan on, so he's got a woolly pajamas back on, which he's very happy about.
Oh yeah.
And it's funny how you miss things because we've spent like 3 months with just the sea around us, which has been beautiful. Playing in the sand, it's been wonderful. But like coming to pine forests again, seeing pine needles.
I think we both said, "Hey, there's pine trees."
And just breathing that fresh air.
Yeah, it felt good. Yeah,
there are some lovely boulders to climb on, and some beautiful hikes. It really is a stunning, and the drive.
The drive was awesome.
It's just stunning. So
windy roads and through forests and cliffs, and it was beautiful.
It's all getting very exciting again.
So
new adventures.
We're going to Durango, and north of Durango there is a place called the John Wayne Farm or Ranch. Yeah, the John Wayne Ranch.
I think they filmed 8 movies. John Wayne himself filmed 8 Western movies in and around the town of Durango. So
all right, yeah.
We're going to go find
out. Yeah. So we'll go back into the Wild West, so to speak. Yeah. And
America all over again.
Take it from there. All right. Well, that was all the news for today.
We will be showing you our highlights of Baja, of course, in our next video.
We will have one more episode about the Baja California, which we love so much, and that's the last episode, where we go around the Cape, the Southern Cape, twice. Once with our friends that came visit us from Switzerland, and another time on our own.
Visiting friends,
exactly. So stay tuned for that. But for now, it's time to say goodbye, and we'll meet you around the world. Bye-bye.
Night.
Good night. chocolate.
It is Lindt chocolate.
No.
I had my piece earlier.
And thank you, Gustavo, for the whiskey.
Our friend in La Paz.
Yeah. I sure enjoy it.